Warm greetings. In the present session, we will discuss the topic subfields of psychology. Fields or branches of psychology aim to either develop theory or research, or they aid in application of the various principles of psychology to address challenges and issues people face in day-to-day life. The theoretical areas of psychology are taught at most colleges as electives or major papers at undergraduate level, while the applied branches are taught in post-graduation programs or further. Please note that there are numerous fields of psychology and I have chosen those with wider application and acceptance in the current session. There may be some of interest to you that may not be included. I encourage you to use the discussion forum to inquire more about the same. Now, I will present the theoretical field and its applied branches simultaneously. Abnormal psychology is a field that aims to understand psychopathology and abnormal behavior in detail. The aim here is to define, classify and develop systems to diagnose mental illnesses. It is this branch of psychology that led to the development of classification systems like Diagnostic Statistical Manual (DSM) and International Classification of Diseases (ICD). These systems are regularly revised with research. The current systems in use are DSM-5R and ICD-11. The applied field of this theoretical branch is clinical psychology. Mental health professionals in this branch of psychology assess, diagnose and treat a wide variety of psychological disorders including anxiety and depression. Counselors, clinical psychologists and psychotherapists work directly in this field. In private practice, government mental hospitals or non-governmental organizations. This is one of the most popular branches in India and is offered in most universities and colleges at master's level. Another connected field to this is that of counseling psychology. This subfield is focused on helping those people who may not have mental disorders as such, but have maladaptive behaviors. They face trouble in day-to-day life or need guidance and help in making choices. Counseling psychology is one of the largest branches of psychology. It is centered on treating clients in mental distress who may be experiencing a wide variety of psychological symptoms like sleeplessness or stress. Professionals working in this area can improve their clients' interpersonal functioning throughout life. They do this by improving the client's social and emotional health as well as addressing concerns about health, work, family, marriage, education and many more. Many universities and colleges offer this course at postgraduate level. Many clinical psychologists also take training in the use of various therapies and can undertake the role of a counseling psychologist. Counseling psychologists are today involved in a very important and popular area, that of aptitude testing and guidance. Career choice has become a very challenging concern today. Parents and students today have a wide range of careers available, not a lot of insight into whether the student has the necessary set of abilities called aptitude and interest and what the career exactly expects from the student. The amount of competition and the expenses to develop a career have also added to the worries. The career counselor helps to bridge this gap. They give objective information based on psychological tests about the student's aptitude and vocational interest and the expected set of qualities in specific careers to the students and parents, so that these people can make informed choices. Counseling psychology draws upon many theoretical fields like developmental psychology, social psychology, cross-cultural psychology, etc. Developmental psychology focuses on how people change and grow throughout life. This branch of psychology seeks to understand and explain how and why people change throughout life. Developmental psychologists study physical growth, intellectual development, emotional changes, social growth and perceptual changes that occur over the course of the lifespan, meaning birth to death. These type of psychologists may specialize in infant, child, adolescent or geriatric development, while others might primarily study the effects of developmental delays. This psychology branch covers a huge range of topics ranging from prenatal development to Alzheimer's disease. Social psychology, on the other hand, seeks to understand and explain social behavior. It looks at diverse topics including group behavior, social interactions and perceptions, leadership, communication, social influences on the individual and the individual's decision making. Social influences on behavior are a major interest in social psychology. But these type of psychologists are also focusing on how people perceive and interact with others. This branch of psychology also studies topics such as conformity, aggression and prejudice. Apart from counseling, this field contributes to a wide range of other applied fields like industrial and organizational psychology, school psychology, health psychology, sports psychology, etc. Cross-cultural psychology is a branch that looks at how cultural factors influence human behavior. This may involve looking at differences between collectivistic cultures like ours and individualistic cultures like those in the West, for instance. Cross-cultural psychologists might also look at how cultures vary in terms of emotion, personality or child development. The International Association of Cross-Cultural Psychology was established in 1972, giving a boost to this branch. This type of psychology has continued to grow and develop since that time, with increasing numbers of psychologists investigating how behavior differs among cultures throughout the world. As mentioned earlier, developmental, social, cross-cultural psychology are taught at undergraduate level as major or elective papers in most colleges. The next is a broad area in psychology that can be called biopsychology, neuropsychology, cognitive sciences, etc. These are connected fields of psychology that focus on how the brain, neurons and nervous system influence the thoughts, feelings and behavior of people. This field draws upon many different disciplines including basic psychology, cognitive psychology, experimental psychology, biology, physiology and neuroscience. Cognitive psychology is the branch of psychology that focuses on internal mental states. This area has continued to grow since it emerged in the 1960s and is centered on the science of how people think, learn and remember. Professionals who work in this field typically study cognitive functions such as perception, motivation, emotion, language, learning, memory, attention, decision making and problem solving. They are actively involved in the field of artificial intelligence and robotics. This is a highly specialized field and people generally choose to work here for doctoral or postdoctoral work. The next important and widely popular branch in psychology is educational and school psychology. Educational psychology is a branch of psychology concerned with schools, the psychology of teaching, educational issues and students' concerns. Educational psychologists study how students learn and do research to find out more effective teaching methods. They help educators to identify effective strategies to motivate students and help them learn better. Professionals in this area work as counselors, school psychologists, and help students to adapt to challenges they face in schools. They focus on learning disabilities, remediation, giftedness, and adapting to the instructional process. They help students with developmental issues, with dealing with bullying and learning social skills. They also work directly with students, parents, teachers and administrators to improve student outcomes. Experimental psychology is one of the oldest subfields of psychology. It uses a scientific method to understand cause and effect relationships under controlled conditions. This subfield focuses on phenomena like individual differences in the brain and behavior of people. Many of these techniques are also used in other psychology areas to study everything from childhood development to social issues. It is one of the most important subjects taught at undergraduate level. Most psychology students learn to conduct experiments in learning, memory, perception, problem solving, psychophysics, etc. while getting their degree. One subfield gaining a lot of importance today is forensic psychology. Forensic psychology deals with issues related to psychology and the law. Those who work in this branch apply psychological principles to legal issues. This may involve studying criminal behavior and rehabilitation of criminals or working directly in the court system. Forensic psychologists perform a wide variety of duties including providing testimony in court cases, assessing children in suspected child abuse cases, preparing children to give testimony and evaluating the mental competence of criminal suspects. The other branch is health psychology, also sometimes called medical psychology or behavioral medicine. It focuses on how biology, psychology, behavior and social factors influence health and illness. This branch of psychology involves the promotion of health across a wide variety of domains as well as the prevention and treatment of disease and illness. Health psychologists often deal with health related issues such as weight management, smoking cessation, stress management and nutrition. They might also do research on how people cope with illnesses. They help patients to learn more effective coping strategies. Many health psychologists work in geriatric wards, that is with old people, or as psycho-oncologists or in obesity and lifestyle management centers. A very important branch of psychology is industrial and organizational psychology. It applies psychological principles to workplace issues. This branch of psychology, often referred to as IO psychology, seeks to improve productivity and efficiency in the workplace while maximizing the well-being of employees. IO psychology focuses on how to have effective hiring, training and appraisal practices at work. An IO psychologist works in the human resource development of any organization and helps employers to develop an efficient workplace for employees. It focuses on human factors in the workplace. IO psychology focuses on human error, product design, ergonomics, human capability and human computer interaction. Its goal is to improve how people interact with products and machines in a better way. This might involve helping to design products intended to minimize injury or creating workplaces that promote greater accuracy and safety. Engineering psychology or ergonomics is also a connected field. In this area, the focus is on adapting machines and the workplace for the use of humans so that there is less strain on the body and mind and more effective work performance. A very important branch of psychology is personality psychology. Personality psychology is the branch that focuses on the study of thought patterns, feelings and behaviors that make each individual unique. Classic theories of personality include Freud's psychoanalytic theory of personality, Erikson's theory of psychosocial development. Personality psychologists study how different factors such as genetics, parenting and social experiences influence personality development and how people change. They may also be involved in the creation or administration of personality tests. This subfield is taught at most colleges as a major paper and at undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Use of personality tests is very popular in various fields like school psychology, IO psychology, sports, etc. Coming to sports psychology. This is the study of how psychology influences sports, athletic performance, exercise and physical activity. Individuals may work with a sports psychologist to improve their focus, develop mental toughness, increase motivation or reduce sports related anxiety. Some sports psychologists work with professional athletes such as pro sports players and top Olympic players. Positive psychology is another important subfield of psychology. It is a scientific study of what makes life most worth living, focusing on how both individual and society experience well-being. Especially, it studies positive subjective experiences, positive individual traits and positive institutions. Thus, it aims to improve the quality of life. Positive psychologists conduct studies to understand how and what makes people strong, resilient and happy. It contributes to various applied branches like counseling, IO, health, etc. This subfield is taught at most colleges as a major or elective paper. The last is comparative psychology. It is the branch of psychology concerned with the study of animal behavior. This is important because the study of how animals behave can lead to a deeper and broader understanding of human psychology. Also, there is a lot of interest in helping owners of pets, animal trainers and others to understand and help animals lead a better life. Animals are also being trained to help distressed individuals or those individuals with special needs to cope and adapt. This psychology subfield has its roots in the work of researchers such as Charles Darwin and George Romanes and has grown into a highly multidisciplinary subject. Along with psychologists, other experts like biologists, anthropologists, ecologists, geneticists and several others contribute to this field. This was all about the various branches in psychology. Thank you.